again, here we're live at the MVP Summit, MVP '09. A lot of people have been twittering about us, and we're just out of one of the Windows Mobile sessions. And here I have Chris Kraft with me. So, Chris, why don't you say a couple of sentences about yourself?
Okay, my name's Chris Kraft, and I'm a Windows Mobile developer, a Windows Mobile MVP. Specifically, I've done a lot of line of business applications, and I've done a lot of kind of content for the web as far as helping users learn how to get started in Windows Mobile.
And we've really appreciated this. I heard about you by looking at your blog at first. I think you've been an MVP for a little around a year, maybe?
That's right, yep.
Yes,
It'll
fairly
be a year in April.
recently, and I noticed your blog, and I saw your, what was it called, 30 apps in 30 days?
30 days of Windows Mobile apps.
30.
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, I'd be glad to. A lot of times when I present at user groups and different things like that, I'll do a Welcome to Windows Mobile presentation, and a lot of people are intimidated by Windows Mobile because it's not on what they're familiar with. But really, I've always known from my experience that it's a real easy learning curve, and one of the things I wanted to do was kind of show that to people and kind of prove that to people. So I decided that I would take the challenge of writing an app every day in Windows Mobile, and I've seen someone do that for the desktop.
Yes.
So I went ahead and I said I'd do that for Windows Mobile, and every day I would write one app, and it was usually a pretty simple app. It might have been something like showing your location or showing your altitude, or maybe tracking your speed, or multi-sending SMS messages. A lot of these kind of apps. There was a sound application that would do different little sounds for different buttons and kind of things like that.
Yes, and we've been sharing your blog, and it's been actually really helpful because we've experienced the same thing. We want to convince our developers that they should not be intimidated. So, why do you think Windows Mobile is actually fairly easy?
At this point with Windows Mobile, you're just so empowered by the mostly managed code is what I specifically recommend for rapid application development.
Yes.
You have so much in your hands as far as being able to access the GPS, being able to do kind of UI stuff, being able to access files and networking. You can do a lot of web services and different things like that. And it just gives you kind of a total package there for doing mobile development. When I did my 30 days there, it was actually more of a challenge to write up the blog post and get the pictures ready and do the screenshot and write the text up and do the icons and stuff like that. And the UI work, the design of that, than it was the coding.
Really?
The coding was always real simple, real straightforward, real quick. Sometimes, maybe half a page of stuff there, and you got a really quality app out of that.
No, I mean, we all absolutely liked your 30-day apps. Was there anything else? I think you also did what was it called?
It was Pimp Your Windows Mobile Phone, and I just gave recommendations on, here are some good like Twitter apps, and here are some good, browser apps and different things like that. Here's, different software that could take your phone kind of to the next level.
And those, again, were all very much appreciated. What are your next plans? Are you planning any other project like this?
I'm excited to see down the road when Silverlight Mobile comes out. There's some stuff there that I'd really like to do. More compelling, more, I'll call it Web 2.0 kind of interfaces there, where you have like a real slick design that has.
Would you like to do something with social networking as well?
I did a couple, actually with the 30 days. I did one where it would take your GPS location off of your phone, and then it would find pictures that were uploaded to Flickr. And it would find ones that were done, so wherever you were, like if you were traveling on vacation or wherever, you could take out your phone and you could see pictures that people had done right there in that area.
Yes.
And that's
awesome.
There's a big power there with Windows Mobile and like mashups and things like that. That's kind of taken off on the web as far as code mashups and things like that. I think the next thing you'll see is that'll happen on mobile devices. Based on where I am, show me information, maybe where my friends are, or different things like that, different access of data, location-based.
Location in combination with the cloud, pretty much.
Exactly.
So generally, what do you like about Windows Mobile, let's say, opposed to other platforms?
A real big selling point is the rapid application development. Anything that an IDE or toolset or framework can do to help me get my task at hand kind of done sooner is always
Yes.
better. And like a lot of the line of business applications that I've done, it's always been really empowering to be able to do this at a managed code level and have a lot of frameworks there that I can pull from easily and consistently, and not have to go to C++ or something like that and code it all over a
So
much
you
longer
prefer to
time.
develop with managed code then?
Whenever I can.
Yes.
Whenever I can, which is frequently.
Yes.
Mhm.
No, that sounds good. So what are kind of some of the difficult points you've encountered when developing for Windows Mobile, or any suggestions for improvement?
Sure. So when I do a common the Welcome to Windows Mobile presentation, and one of the expectations now is there's been kind of a changing point where people have really high expectations for UI.
Yes.
And you have to come up with some different ways of doing that using, you might create your user interface in, say, Photoshop, and then apply it on the
Yes.
mobile, and then just have it kind of change bitmaps. That's actually a technique that had been done in some video games before, where
Yes.
it looked like it was 3D, but really they were
It
2D,
wasn't,
and they
yes.
would just kind of update it kind of slick like.
So the UI, and again, we are trying to also highlight, we're doing some webcasts on how to improve the UI. And I
Right.
guess when Silverlight comes out,
That's
then
going to be a
again
good solution for that,
will
I
be a
think.
good solution for that as well. So just as we get ready to wrap up, first of all, thanks very
Thank
much
you.
for all the work you've been doing for the community and for Windows Mobile. Your work with the 30 days, it's been very much appreciated and very
It's
much
been very popular, yeah.
in the community. So what are your final thoughts like on the future of Windows Mobile?
I'm really excited in the rapid growth that it's had over really the whole time I've done it, all the way from like Pocket PC 2000 to now. I mean, every iteration of it brings a lot of new things, and I'm sure we're going to continue to see that in the future. Only more empowering, more powerful devices, and more powerful programmability in the Visual Studio and everything.
We're
like
all
that.
definitely working towards it, and that's why we're very happy to have your help and your feedback. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
doing this interview and for coming here, and you enjoy the rest of the MVP Summit.